Alright guys, today we're going to get into something a little bit different. This deck profile is going to be for after the ban list. On November 30th, I think is when it comes out. I might be wrong on that. But regardless, this is for after the new Masterduel ban list where Magical Meltdown comes to 3. Hence why there's 39 cards and won't let me put it in there. So, we are playing Dark Magician Invoked Branded, which might seem a little weird, but it's actually kind of pogged in a little bit of test hands I've done on Omega, because Alistair and Souls will equal you both Mechaba and Mirror Jade. Or it can get you Mechaba and the Dark Magicians. Now, I don't have Dragonite in here. I do need to put it in. The extra deck is still a work in progress, but I'm mostly focusing on the main deck for the purpose of today's video. That being 2 Dark Magician, you only need 2. You don't want DMG in this list because we are on 2 Fallen Outbaz. There'll be too many bricks, but if you want to play it, go for it. Just cut a hand trap or something. We are on 2 Valor because 1, it's a generically good hand trap. 2, it's an Albion target. And 3, if you do not know, Invocation, not Meltdown, but Branded Fusion and a light discard, hence Valor, is still Mechaba and Mirror Jade. It's still full combo. And I'll get into that later in a later video if you guys are interested. But we are on 3 Magician Souls. The 1 Maxi, I would maybe considering bumping it up to 2. But with Branded still being the most popular deck of the format, at least from what I see on Ranked, 3 Ash is just better, in my opinion. It'll shut down their whole play. 1 Rod, because Alistair is our primary normal summon. He isn't a bad normal summon, don't get me wrong, but typically if you open like a way to Rod and Branded Fusion, you're most likely going to be searching out Salvation just to set up an Eternal Soul play, and probably make Dragonite. And then you might recycle him, but who knows. Then we are on Triple Ash, best hand trap in the format right now because of Despia. 3 Alistair, so we can get into our Mechaba. You could play a Goatees again, the extra deck is a work in progress. 2 Fallen Outbaz for your Branded Fusion plays. You could play 1, but every time I do play 1, I just feel like I need another one, and it forces you to make Lebellion, which isn't that great. And if you're using Anaconda, he's stuck in Grave and your other 2 are shut off. This isn't like when we were playing Ref, where it didn't matter because we had like a really strong boss monster. Mirror Jade is very strong, but it's not Dragoon level. I think that's fair. 3 Upstart, if you wanted, you could probably cut this down to 2. Sorry. But you could cut this down to 2 and probably play another hand trap if you wanted. But personally, it's Dark Magician, Soul Servant, and Circle exist. We should be playing 3. Terraforming is a card you don't have to play, but it does obviously get you into Magician Salvation, your 2 copies of Chicken Game, and once we are able to put a 3rd one, your 3rd copy of Meltdown. So, really pog. Invocations, obviously, for the invoke stuff. Magicalized Fusion is for if you can make Quintet, which you can do because you do have Valor, Dark Magician, Alistair Souls, and Rod, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the main. And you also do have Artemis and Selene in your extra deck with Dark. So you have a lot of ways to be able to make Quintet. You could cut it if you don't want to go down that line. But it's there. You can also use it to make the Dark Magicians off Anaconda if you really wanted to. But the Dark Magician's value is kind of a lot lower because we aren't playing Dark Magician Girl. Man, Triple Branded Fusion kind of standard. Chicken Game because this card coupled with Magician Souls and Soul Servant is nuts. Even just with Souls is pretty good. Meltdown, just get your Alistair and they won't be able to respond to your Fusion summons with Toad or just anything in general that's not Ash. They can Ash you under Meltdown. It's worded the exact same as Branded Lost. Read your cards. They can do it. Salvation, Circle, and Soul Servant are all kind of stock standard in Dark Magician. I'm not playing Secrets because Invocation kind of also doubles as Secrets, but if you wanted to play it, you could. It's just not searchable off Rod. But this can be used as a poly in your hand. You do have triple Imperm and the 1 Eternal Soul, and obviously a 3rd Meltdown. The extra deck, the only thing I would probably change, honestly, would be maybe knocking out either the Dark Magicians or Quintet for Dark Magician to Dragonite, but that'd be the only changes I would make. Preferably, you would want Dragonite over Viz. So, I don't know. But anyway, let me know your opinions in the comments. And let me know if you have any changes you would make to this. And peace.